the start of the game, as well as Wands of Negation. Now you cannot. Not that I'm saying that's unfair. What I'm saying is that the game needs to be more static. You shouldn't be able to buy spells to counter some hero abilities, but not others. That just doesn't make sense. You can counter Entangle, but you can't counter Stormbolt with potions. That doesn't make any sense. And you have to be fair toward. You have to create counters for every ability, as well as create counters for like at all times. So, for example, I have to be able to counter direct damage, but also be able to counter Sleep and Entangle. So, if you want to make Wands of Negation work at the start of the game, then there has to be potions of some kind that you can get also. The game just doesn't work that way. Because if you're allowed to have more options in a game, such as buying potions, buying things which will allow your fast push to be more powerful, then you open up more possibilities in the game. The way the game is right now, with its massive amounts of static defense, it's too hard to attack early on. But I think you'll see a lot of difference in this in the Frozen Throne beta, so maybe this won't be like this for very long. Hopefully so. Anyways, this was a short game. I have one more I'm going to load up. You see me lose because of a very stupid move, but something which cannot be helped if you want to try this strategy. It's about an 8-minute replay. It's kind of interesting. You'll see a massive Ancient of War abuse to the max, and the guy really spanked me pretty hard with him. Hope you learned how to fight human a little better, but more important, I think you can learn how to fight with human against Night Elf a little bit better, and really the key to success of that and more militia. And you saw if this guy didn't use him correctly. If you watch a game of Insomnia, you'll see him use him correctly. And that's the end of this replay. Hello, another week of audio commentaries for those of you whiny people that don't like reading stuff about the beta when you don't have it. Here you go. Basically, these are two games, both from the Game Fix tournament, in which I placed third in. Maynard won, Short Round placed second. Don't really remember who placed fourth. Anyways, this is probably the biggest tournament so far available to people from the United States. It was done just a couple months ago or so. I believe it was in February. Anyways, here it is. The guy who's watching the game, Cadrebo, or however you pronounce his name, is a Blizzard official who is watching the tournament. I'm playing versus Leolaporte here, and basically that's that. Right here, we'll pause at 30 seconds. I'll let you guys hook up. Pay no attention to what the MP3 player says. Get to 30 seconds on your replay. Continue from there and run at 1 speed throughout the whole game. And we'll start now. Basically, these are both games, Night Elf vs. Orc. Everyone likes to say, oh, well, the only thing that matters is Night Elf vs. Night Elf, blah, 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 blah. Well, as you can see in the biggest tournament around here is in, basically, I believe it was 32 people went up against each other for lots of money. First two matches I played were versus Orc players, so there you go. Now, everyone has their own opinions on how you can win this matchup. As you can see, this is one version of it. This is how I ended up winning. And here's another little tidbit for you. Everyone says in tournaments games are played to their finest and no one makes mistakes. Well, you know what? Welcome to the real world. That doesn't actually exactly happen. In fact, since this tournament was currently happening at about, I believe, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was on about no sleep. I had something like 6 hours of sleep. I woke up, started playing this game. You'll see a massively grave error which I make, which almost causes me to lose the tournament and hence out on the $1,000 I ended up making. Well, there you go. That's for you. Don't always believe that you play your best when money's at hand. Especially when you're half asleep. Anyways, I figure since I know he's Orc, he knows I'm Night Elf, I figure I might as well scout. I figure the biggest thing that can hurt me is some kind of surprise attack. Leolaporte is a player who I have a lot of respect for. As you can see, I don't have very much respect for most players because I consider them idiots that make a lot of mistakes and generally just suck at the game. But Leo's a good player. He has lots of strategies. He's not just a one-strat wonder like you could even probably accuse me of being, even though the strategy I use I invented myself, so consider it to be a little different, but some people wouldn't. Anyways, I spread out my wisp, make sure I know exactly what he's doing, see what he's doing, see he's going grunts, find this to be a little bit interesting, but figure that he doesn't want to go in the long game versus me because he might end up losing because of that, for he might fear that my long game is much better than his. So I see that he's got a Farseer, some grunts, and my plan, first of all, my first plan is to eliminate his mana. This way I won't have to waste Wisp detonating his wolves, and if he tries to rush me, I'll be in much better position to defend myself. I also plan on continuing to upgrade very fast, get my Keeper of the Grove, because I know I'll need my Keeper of the Grove to hold off his grunts early on, since I have no units, as many of you are very aware of my current strategy. Anyways, and as you can see, I'm using my regular build order. He finds out my base here. I go into his base, start mana burning him, trying to get that mana down. So he's continuing building grunts. That obviously means he's going to rush me. Now, at this point, this is what I'm thinking. I know that he's going to come straight at my base, so I'm going to have to do something he doesn't expect to have any chance of winning this game, because I also see that he's not just going to use grunts, because grunts won't work, and they won't even be able to kill an ancient. 10 grunts won't be able to probably kill one ancient eating trees. So I know he's not just going to do that. I know he's going to continue and do some other things too, and that means he's probably going to try to tower rush me in some way. As you can see, he's almost out of mana here, just casted up his last wolves. He's totally out of mana, which puts me in a pretty good position. He's sending in 3 peons, real smart. He's got the money to build the wisp that he's going to need, or sorry, the towers that he's going to need in my base, and he's basically good to go to do what he needs to do to try to win against me. I'm also likewise going to do the same thing. You see me put down 2 Ancients of War immediately. Now there's 2 reasons I did this. One, I know I'm going to need them for defense. I figured the second one over in my main base would be up before he got to my base. I misjudged that, and that is going to really cause me some problems right here. This second one, this one wins me the game. I know I'm going to need that produce ballistas to hold off his towers. I know I will. That's why I put that up there out of his view, away from where he's going to be going. Now luckily, even though this is a big tournament, he's not cheating, which is really surprising, because when it comes down to money, you really would expect people to hack as much as possible. So you can see I'm trying to focus on one grunt. I know I'm going to lose this ancient here, but luckily I've already got my Keeper of the Grove on the way. Immediately triple towers up my base there, and then that's going to really give me some problems. But do my best to hold it off, put up an ancient war. Now this is where I made a mistake. A lot of you will notice that I don't have my Hunter's Hall. This is the drastic error I made because I was half asleep at the time. I don't even realize it right now because this top Ancient War isn't up, and I'm not really ready to build ballistas yet, so I don't really notice it until right now, at the point I basically yell out in my dorm room. I can't really say it because I'm not supposed to cuss anymore, but I think you can all use your imagination. Anyways, basically I yell, and I'm kind of like at 10 in the morning, oh my god, I can't believe I did this. I'm probably going to lose this game and money because I'm half asleep because of the timing of the tournament. But anyways, I struggle through, start building my Hunter's Hall. He doesn't really notice. He's dealing with these Ancients of War, which I keep rebuilding, canceling, and rebuilding. This way I don't lose much money, but it's slowing him down from really killing my stuff. And he really doesn't have much. He sees I'm building a building there. I don't think he really actually recognized that that was the only Hunter's Hall I have, which really saved me here. As you can see here, he's got 3 towers up. At this point, you really gotta say, ass is toast, man. This guy's got 2 grunts. He's got his hero. He's got 3 towers in this dude's base, and Sin doesn't got anything. So basically, he now recognizes that this is my only Hunter's Hall, and he's really going for it, but he's not going to get it. He's got his last grunt down, starts focus firing on my Tree of Life. This is the smartest thing you can do. He's trying to take away my economy. Figures if he does that, he'll win the game, because obviously I won't have any money to hurt him. So he's really focusing his firing here. Now what I have to do is I have to build a lot of wisps. I need a lot of lumber, and I need to be able to repair my stuff. If I don't do that, there's no way I'll ever be able to win. I also have to keep any grunts from affecting me at all. Building another 2 towers down here. This is really going to cause me some problems real soon here. He's using his range to his advantage so I can't repair my stuff. And this is really starting to hurt me right here. I detonate him so he doesn't have any wolves. I really don't want to deal with wolves right now. And right now, I can't go for his farce here, which is really hurting me. So I figure I'll try to go for his tower, do what damage I can. If I can get a couple of these towers down, I might be able to do something here. But still, that's really a long shot at this point. That's why I'm just building a lot of wisps. As you can see, he's almost got 5 towers up now, and I'm just starting to produce ballistas. Had I not made a mistake and not built that Hunter's Hall there, I would have been perfectly fine. But that's what you get when you play half asleep. He's smart going after my wisps here, trying to keep that down, but I really didn't notice this wisp here, and that's causing me some problems. But I immediately entangle him, know he's going to die there, and these towers are just shredding my DH at this point. Right now, I just got my first ballista up. My heroes are getting pounded here. And my Tree of Life isn't doing so well either. He's got a couple peons here really working over my stuff there, but the siege is starting to kick in, the Ancients are starting to do their damage, and I'm starting to have problems on my life though, because I have no Moonwells. I realize I just lost that hero, which is probably a good thing, because I can immediately rebuild him, and it's probably going to do me more good by rebuilding him there than I ever would have with a 20 life Keeper of the Grove. Anyways, he keeps pounding on my Tree of Life, which is really starting to take its toll right now. I'm trying to start take down these towers. I'm losing wisps tremendously fast, but and I really don't. Even though I have some money, as he does, there's not much I can really spend it on because I really don't have much here. As you can see, my Tree of Life is getting lower and lower. He's down to 3 towers. Start switching over, and this is where I realize I have to really repair my thing right now, or I'm going to lose the game. So I put a whole bunch of wisps here. He focused fire on my Tree of Life. As you can see, it gets down to about 30 life before I really start pounding away. He starts killing wisps here. I'm just trying to keep my stuff alive. This is where it gets real close right here.